Karsten versus the market here. So my goal for this video is to explain funds in the market in a simple yet relatively detailed manner. So basically, in the stock market, rather than, say, buying a share of the Apple Corporation stock, you can also buy and sell shares of funds, also known as ETFs. For example, if I were to start a financial firm, perhaps one that advises people investing for retirement, or say a hedge fund that's trying to convince wealthy clients to invest their money with me, I could then begin a fund. Let's say I decided to make a popular store ETF fund. I start an account and I throw 1,000 shares of Walmart, 1,000 shares of CVS, and 1,000 shares of Kroger in it. Now you can buy shares of this fund of mine, and each one of your shares represents a third Walmart, a third CVS, and a third Kroger. And that's actually one of the appeals of ETFs, is that you're only buying one thing, but it actually represents more than one thing, like 3 in this case, meaning there's automatically diversity. Now, a popular example of a fund would be the Dow Jones Industrial Average Index Fund. Basically, a guy with the last name Dow started a financial firm, which was basically a corporation with Dow in the name, and they made this fund, and basically, at least today, this fund follows 30 of the most popularly traded stocks on the NASDAQ, which is basically just one of the stock exchange markets, like the New York Stock Exchange, also aside from the NASDAQ. And here in the Webull Peers area, you can actually view exactly what 30 stocks the Dow follows. Now, a very popular one would be the S&P 500, ticker symbol SPY for the index fund. Basically, it follows 500 major U.S. corporation stocks, and I believe you can at least view the top 10 of those holdings with a Webull feature conveniently. Now, there's a lot of other funds that aren't these major popular ones. For example, there is XLK, which is a technology fund that follows a variable number of technology stocks. There's also Vanguard's Total Market Index Fund, which basically follows a lot of stocks that they consider representative of the overall market. Now, Direction has a lot of popular, if I'm saying that right, sector funds. For example, LabU follows the biotech industry. It also says 3X, which means it's triple leveraged. So if the biotech stocks it follows go up by like $1 or down by like $1, this may go up or down by like $2 or $3. So leverage can be nice because it can make wins better, but it can also make losses more intense as well. They also make LabD, which is the inverse of LabU. It goes up when biotech goes down. Similarly, there's Boyle from ProShares, which goes up or down as natural gas, the commodity, goes up or down daily. And it also has an inverse version, cold. So basically, if natural gas goes up or down, Boyle follows it, but cold does the opposite. Cold goes up when natural gas goes down. And I believe these are also leveraged, possibly not triple leveraged, but basically with leverage, just be careful not to hold long term because there's kind of a decay of value over time. They often have to do a reverse split, which is kind of more of a rebalancing. Bad for stocks, but good for funds. UNG is a more stable version of a fund that follows natural gas. It basically has like a number of natural gas contracts. It's pretty nice to trade seasonally with natural gas as it goes up and down. There's also a number of stocks for all sorts of different categories or types. For example, dividend funds, just funds that focus themselves on trying to pay out good dividends, which there's an interesting one, USOI. It's pretty cheap. It's actually gone up a little bit over time, which is rare for high dividend payers, and it pays like 24% of your money back every year as the interest return rate, and it also pays your dividends monthly, which is kind of neat. So every month you'll get a dividend, and every year it'll be like 24%. Now, ARK is another popular ETF from the ARK group, like Cathie Woods, you may have heard of. But anyway, that's it. I just wanted to introduce funds, and hopefully this helps. Thanks.